In 1970, Soviet engineers started drilling a hole just 23 centimeters wide, and didn't stop for 20 years. What happened on the way down was strange enough that the site is welded shut today. This is how deep humans have ever gone, and why we couldn't go 1 meter deeper. Start with the records. The deepest a human being has ever traveled is 10,935 meters, the bottom of the Challenger Deep, in a submersible built like a pressure bomb. The deepest mine on Earth, Mponeng in South Africa, reaches about 4,000 meters. The deepest cave anyone has ever descended, Voyevkina, bottoms out at 2,212. And then there's the hole. The Kola Superdeep Borehole goes 12,262 meters straight down through solid rock, deeper than any human, any machine with a person inside has ever been. And picture the machine. 12 kilometers of steel drill pipe hanging from one derrick. The weight of the string itself was a monster engineering problem. It took a generation. Drilling started in 1970 and ground on for 2 decades. By 1979, the bore had passed 9,583 meters, quietly breaking the world depth record. By 1983, it touched 12,000, and then the planet started winning. Progress collapsed. The final 262 meters took 6 more years of snapped pipe and abandoned side holes, ending at 12,262 meters in 1989. The deeper they went, the harder every single meter fought back. It wasn't one clean shaft either. The bore kept snapping and wandering, so they drilled branch after branch off the main hole, like the roots of a steel tree. To feel how deep that is, take Mount Everest, all 8,849 meters of it, and flip it upside down into the hole. It disappears, completely, and there are still 3,400 meters of hole left over below the summit. Every climber who ever stood on top of the world would still be dangling 3 kilometers above the bottom of this shaft. And remember, the hole itself is only about 23 centimeters wide, the deepest thing our species ever made, and you couldn't fit your shoulders into it. Now here's the humbling part. That record-shattering hole never even left the planet's first layer. The continental crust, Earth's thin outer shell, runs about 35,000 meters deep on average. 20 years of drilling covered 12,262 of them. Barely a third of the way through the thinnest layer of the planet, and nowhere near the mantle below it. Everything we've ever dug, drilled, or mined lives in the skin. So what actually stopped us? Heat. The models predicted about 100 degrees Celsius at that depth. The rock was really 180, nearly double, and at those temperatures granite stops behaving like stone and starts behaving like soft plastic. Drill bits came back deformed, and every time the drill was pulled out, the hole slowly squeezed itself shut behind it. Along the way, they found rock soaked with water that shouldn't exist down there, and microscopic plankton fossils 6,700 meters below the surface. But in 1992, the heat won. Drilling stopped for good. And that's the punchline of the whole project. The distance from where you're sitting to the center of the Earth is about 6,371 kilometers. The deepest hole our species ever managed covers 12.3 of them, roughly 0.2% of the way down. Everything we know about the remaining 99.8% of our own planet, we learned without ever touching it. Put it this way, if Earth were an apple, all of human drilling combined would not have broken through the skin. The deepest journey in human history now ends at a rusted metal cap in the Russian Arctic, 12 kilometers of ambition, sealed with a few bolts. Would you have kept drilling? Tell me below.